TikTok changed the world by helping us to watch videos without flipping our phones into horizontal mode. So why am I now making a horizontal TikTok video? This past week, TikTok announced to creators that they will boost any content created in horizontal format, and this presents an entrepreneurial opportunity. In this video, I'll walk through the TikTok announcement and how I plan to experiment with this new white space on the platform. Be sure to stay to the end as I present some of my very disappointing historical results on TikTok as a baseline for my horizontal video tests. Let's get into it. This week, The Verge reported that TikTok is starting to incentivize creators to produce horizontal videos. This is a major departure for one of the fundamental components of TikTok's original value proposition, vertical short-form videos. It's clear that they're trying to compete directly with YouTube and go after the massive monthly active user base, more than 2.5 billion people. TikTok has already been testing expanded length with limit extensions to 10 and 15 minutes in 2023, and now as much as 30 minutes projected in 2024, opening the door for in-depth content. To this end, I'm conducting an experiment by placing some of my horizontal video content that I've created for other platforms onto TikTok to see if there's a significant effect on views or adding followers. For background, TikTok has not been a successful social media platform for me as the Entreprofessor to date. Given the nature of my content and the limited time I've had to invest, my video follower count is dismal. About a 0.75 to 1 ratio. That is to say that I've posted about 75 videos and that's garnered about 56 followers. After 3 or 4 months of actively trying to build a following on TikTok a few years ago, I set aside the platform and focused on others like YouTube that are better aligned with my area of focus and goals. That said, I'm ready to conduct a new experiment with TikTok, and here's my hypothesis. We'll call this Hypothesis 1. By being one of the first to post horizontal content on TikTok, there will be a significant increase in the number of people who follow my channel. I'll define significant to be 2+ additional followers per video posted. This would be a significant increase over the 0.75 to 1 ratio I've seen in the past. Then the null hypothesis. Of course, I have to be realistic that this may not work any better than previous experiments, so the null hypothesis will be that followers will not be significantly increased higher than the baseline. So here's my method. This week I'll create a horizontal video for TikTok and post it. I'll allow the 72 hours to pass since this is the promised boost period from TikTok. I'll record the number of new followers that are added during this time. I'll do the same thing with 3 more videos posting daily so that I can see the impact over a series of videos. Based on the results of the first test, I'll run additional rounds if it appears that there is a significant increase in followers. This will continue for up to 30 videos so I can see if the results are stable over time or they either begin to increase or decrease. Finally, here are some results from my previous TikTok experiments in 2022 that can serve as a baseline for these new experiments. In 2023, I was teaching a course and we were using social media as an example of a way to produce something and put it out in the market and test it. It was just a way to really fuel the build, measure, learn cycle. This seemed like a good start since I had no followers on the channel and very little experience directly using TikTok. By week 2, I had posted more videos and I was encouraged by the results. Almost 1,700 total views for all the videos that I'd posted and 9 followers. Arguably, the 9 followers were probably from among the class that I was teaching. I used the analytics in TikTok to really talk about how we see when something is working and something's not, how we conduct a test in the market of an idea and then make changes based on those results. And we looked at different points of data in the course to figure out what would be things that would drive things like likes or views or new followers. By week 3, I was even more encouraged by views. One of my videos had almost 10,000 views. And each of the videos drew some views and some followers, but still not very many. I was only up to 13 followers by the 3rd week. And at this point, I had more than half a dozen videos posted. By week 4, the follower count had not increased much, but one of the videos got a lot of attention, over 14,000 views, bringing the TikTok up to about 17,000 total views. But in the class, we broke down all of the data and the statistics and tried other things later to try to replicate these results and wasn't able to do it. A few months later, I tried a different approach and really started to develop a lot of content quickly and put it out on a regular basis. Over 60 videos in a 3-month period of time. It did help to increase follower count and there were some views associated with it, but the results were not that significant compared to the amount of time and effort that it took. Ultimately, I had about 50 followers. I had posted 75 videos, and that ratio was very, very disappointing. So at that point, I decided it was time to set TikTok aside, come back to it later, and focus on other channels where I was getting better results. So as you can see, my previous results with TikTok have not been very good, and this will be a really interesting opportunity to test whether first mover advantage on a major change in the platform capabilities, like the shift to horizontal videos, can make a difference and have a significant impact for those that move in quickly and early. So it'll be interesting to see how this experiment works. I will be sharing the results over time, so stay tuned to see what happens. Keep going.